Good morning. When we think about the Oregon coast, we usually picture grand views, endless beaches, towering sea stacks, and dramatic skies. Today, we're exploring the Oregon coast with one lens, the 150 to 600 millimeter. It's big, it's heavy, and honestly, it's not what most people bring for a walk on the beach. This isn't about wide vistas. It's about discovering hidden life, capturing textures, and seeing beauty from afar. All right, let's hit the trail. We've got the 150 to 600 millimeter mounted up, and today we're chasing four things: texture, wildlife, distant drama, and a lighthouse in the distance.
No wide shots, no drone, just the reach of this lens and what it can pull from this environment.
A few words about the equipment I'm using. This is a Nikon D750 and my 150 to 600 lens, and they're both very heavy put together. About 25 pounds or so, and so when I first got them, I put them on my trusty old Manfrotto tripod, and it was just too light. It's great for cameras and most lenses, but this combination was very heavy, and I found that it was really starting to strain. And so I got this used. It was a fantastic bargain that I got from B&H Photo. It's really real stuff, heavy duty tripod, and this really made the difference. It came with a ball head, and it was used too, and it really wasn't smooth, and it didn't work all that great, so I needed to upgrade it. So I went to a Sirius gimbal, and now I've got 365-degree movement. It's all really very good. And so I would suggest this, and be prepared to pay for it if you're going to upgrade and do big stuff like this, to get a really good tripod. It will make a difference for you. Monopods do work, but a tripod is going to give you the most stable base, and then get one that is really very large and stable. This is, like I said, a really real stuff, and I got it used. It was fantastic. Anyway, get out, shoot, and enjoy.
Okay, so I have a rule about carrying heavy things. I just don't. And I usually, if I'm going to use this 150 to 600 lens, I put my crop DSLR on it. So it's a little bit lighter, but still it's a pretty heavy setup. But I can carry it with no problem for a short distance. But if it needs to be carried for a long distance, then I have to hand it over to Rick. So just keep in mind that there is some weight involved with this lens.
So here we are on the Oregon coast with this Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter lens. This lens is made for a full frame camera, but it can also be used by a crop sensor camera. We'll talk about that later on in this video. Before we go any further, we want to show you what this focal range looks like if you're not familiar with it already. So we're going to get started by photographing what's right here in front of us. A nice big wave and a boat far in the distance. Now we're warmed up, so we're going to get some shots of interesting textures. Our images all came from various locations along this small section of coastline. Next is wildlife. There's never any shortage of wildlife on the coast. This lens allows us to keep our distance and not disturb the wildlife. After that, we went searching for a distant drama. We found it interesting that this lens focuses very well in spite of the fog. And then lastly, a couple shots of the Cape Arago lighthouse. It can only be seen from a distance because the public is not allowed on the property. If you want a good shot of this lighthouse, then a lens like this is a necessity.
Most people think you need the longest, fastest lens to shoot wildlife. But what if you could extend your reach with the same glass? You can, thanks to crop sensor magic. Today I'm shooting wildlife along the Oregon coast with a crop sensor camera, my Nikon Z50, and the Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter lens. So here's the math. The crop sensor multiplies your focal length by 1.5 or 1.6 depending on your system. When this lens is extended to 600 millimeters, it's effectively shooting at 900 millimeters on my APS-C body. That's a massive reach, and for wildlife, that makes all the difference. This lets me get shots of animals on distant cliffs, rocks, or even perched way out at sea without physically getting closer. Out here, you don't get a second chance. With a 900 millimeter equivalent field of view, I can isolate animals and birds in their environment without intruding or getting too close. You don't need a $10,000 lens to shoot wildlife. Sometimes a smart pairing, like a crop sensor body and a 150 to 600 millimeter lens, can open up a whole new world of reach. So next time you're out on the coast, try zooming in a little bit farther. You might see something you'd never spot otherwise.
Until next time, keep chasing the small stuff. Sometimes that's where the magic lives.